Okay, what's up, y'all? This is Life Coach Brandi Miles with Coach Ann, and we are doing the magic, and we are on day 12.
Woohoo!
Okay, so day 12 is the magical people who make a difference. Okay, so every one of us has received help, support, and guidance from other people at particular times in our life when we needed it the most. Sometimes another person's alters the course of our life through their engagement, guidance, or just being there at the right time. And when life goes on, we tend to forget those times when one person touched us or changed our lives. Sometimes you don't even realize the impact a person had until well into the future, when you look back at your life and realize that a particular person was pivotal in the magical change, the direction of your life for the better. So what this chapter is about is looking at people that have made a difference in your life, because there's all kinds of people that's been in your life. I always look at this as everyone that comes into your life is either a lesson or blessing. And every once in a while, you get an experience where you receive somebody in your life that is a lesson and a blessing, and those are ones that you really keep around for a long time. And I consider one of you as my lesson and blessing, because we do so many things with each other, and we help each other be aware of things that we wasn't aware of before. We're both life coaches, so we both give the different perspectives to each other, and we're both like. We're judgment free, so we don't judge each other for our things, so we're very open with each other. So you are definitely one of those people that have changed my life. The person that may have been a teacher or a coach, a aunt, a uncle, a sibling, a grandparent, or any other family member. They may have been a doctor, a nurse, a best friend. They may have been a person who introduced you to your current partner, or to a particular interest that became one of your greatest passions. Maybe they were someone you didn't even know. They appeared in your life for a brief performing a random act of kindness that touched you in the core. Have you ever been around someone that you don't really know or anything like that, but they've touched you or done something to help you?
Yeah, I think with this, there's, nobody gets anywhere on their own.
Right.
And even if you don't have somebody handing you money to help you start a business, simply them sharing your posts, I have friends who share my stuff all the time, and to be grateful for them and the things that they do. And, I both of us are very complimentary kind of people, and so we both try to find ways to compliment people. And being grateful, I think that kind of falls in line with being grateful of, like, strangers,
Yes.
And
well, I mean, I have my Facebook group, and so I'm growing this Facebook group. It's called Veterans Unleashed Women, and it's just a bunch of us veteran women that I'm bringing value to, and we're starting to connect with each other. I'm starting to connect with each one of them individually. Some of them I just see on there, and they support me on the events and stuff, but they hold a special place in my heart because they're supporting me.
Right.
They might be coming to me to get value and stuff, but truly they're supporting me and helping me become the best coach that I can be.
Yeah. I love that. I love that.
Okay, so my grandmother gave me my love for books, cooking, and the countryside. By sharing her love for these things with me, all of them affect and change the course of my life. Cooking became a passion of mine for over 20 years. My love for books eventually led me to becoming a writer, and my love for the countryside has influenced where I've lived throughout my life.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so my dad gave me my love for books.
Yes.
And now I'm a writer.
Yeah. That's awesome, though.
Yeah.
Okay, so make sure you do this magical practice. Okay, so today what you're going to do is you are going to think about the magical people who have impacted your life. Find a quiet place alone, sometime during the day today. Sit down and think of the 3 extraordinary people who have made a difference in your life. Once you have your 3 people, work one person at a time and talk out loud to each person as though they are present, telling him or her the reason why you're grateful to them and how they affected the course in your life. Okay, so make sure you do this magical practice with all 3 people at one session. So don't break it up. They want you to like sit down and go over all 3 people at the same time. Because it will take your feelings of gratitude to a far deeper level. If you split up the magic practice throughout the day, you will not feel the same depth of gratitude nor receive the magical results. So here's an example of what you might say. Sarah, I want to thank you for the time that you encouraged me to follow my heart. I was lost and confused that day, and your words touched me and lifted me out of despair. Because of what you said, I found the courage to follow my dreams and moved to France to work for apprentice chef. I am living my dream and I couldn't be happier, all because of what you said to me that day. Thank you, Sarah.
I have a similar story.
Okay.
So my dad gave me my love for writing, or for reading.
Yeah.
And I'm now a writer, best-selling author.
Yep.
But I would have never considered writing if this one woman who I used to go to church with and is friends with my mom, and I'm still friends with her, reached out to me one day and asked me had I ever considered writing. She said, you write so beautifully, talking about just my Facebook post.
And your blogs and stuff?
Yeah, and she said, you have a lot to share with the world. I think you should consider it. And I, was like, no way. But the more she planted that seed,
and it made you think about it.
Blossomed, and then and so I've reached out to her, very much so, and thanked her many times.
Really?
Because had she not planted that seed, I don't know that I would have.
You would be a writer right
direction.
now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's what it's about, is finding that magical person that did something that you don't. And what's so crazy about it is a lot of times we don't even think of that until right now.
Yeah.
Until right now, that's when we're going to think about these things.
But you know what? Another great thing about going through this is that you will, while we don't necessarily do the same things every single day like we're supposed to, we are much more aware.
Yes, just with this.
Just with this
book, you become so much more aware.
Yes.
Because it's creating the habit of doing the gratitude, and then and then you continue on the habit and stuff. But sometimes, just like it'll start fading away if you don't do it. So that's why we keep on coming back to this, and we'll probably end up doing the magic over again in 6 more months.
Exactly.
Because it helps us so much, and so that's why we want to create this for y'all, for it to help you as well.
Yeah.
Yes, this is awesome.
All right, what's our homework?
Okay, our homework for today is count your blessings. Make a list of 10 blessings. Write why you're grateful. Rewrite your list and ask at the end of each blessing, say thank you, thank you, thank you, and feel as grateful for the blessing as you can.
Again, out loud is always better. If you're in a space where you can say thank you out loud, say it out loud. It does feel silly at first because you're literally talking to yourself, but I'm telling you, hearing it, speaking it, feeling it is so powerful.
And once again, from this chapter, you'll be able to come up with your 10 items, because all you have to do is talk about your gratitude for the people that
have made a difference.
That has made a difference in your life, and that has touched you or has changed your life in some way.
Yeah.
Okay, so, and then number 2 is find a quiet place alone sometime during the day and make a list of 3 people who have made a difference in your life. Work through the list one person at a time while talking out loud. Tell each person the reason why you're grateful for them and exactly how they affected the course of your life. And then just before you go to sleep tonight, hold your magic rock in your hand and say the magic words, thank you for the best thing that has happened for you in that day. This is great. I love all this gratitude is starting to get really deep, getting more detailed, and it's just showing you different ways that you can be grateful.
Yeah.
We thank you for being with us today. This is Life Coach Brandi Miles with Coach Ange, and we will see you tomorrow. Peace out.